There are many important Minnesota wage and hour laws employers and employees in the restaurant and hospitality industry should know and follow. Here we will provide an overview of certain labor standards, including minimum wage and tip requirements, paycheck deductions, and teen employment. In Minnesota, all part and full-time employees are required to receive the highest minimum wage rate that applies, whether that be the state, federal, or local rate. To make sure employees are aware of the current minimum wage, employers are required to display state workplace posters with up-to-date rates. Employers aren't allowed to take tip credits, which means tips or gratuities may not be counted toward the calculation of an employee's minimum wage. And tips are considered the property of the direct service employee, such as a server. With limited exceptions, employers may not require employees to contribute to a tip fund or pool. Tip pooling occurs when tips employees receive are collected and redistributed among a group of employees. An exception is in situations where there are multiple direct service employees, such as at a banquet. Employers in these situations may only collect and divide tips among direct service employees. Outside of situations such as banquets, tip pooling is only allowed if all employees chose to voluntarily participate without involvement from the employer. Tip sharing is when direct service employees share tips with indirect service employees, such as cooks, hosts, or dishwashers. Employers may not require employees to share their tips with other employees. Employers may track tip sharing amounts received for tax reporting purposes. Employers may deduct up to $50 from an employee's wages for purchased or rented uniforms. But this deduction must not bring the employee's wage below the minimum wage for all hours worked. And when employees leave their position, the employer must pay back the money deducted for the employee's uniforms. With limited exceptions, employers can't deduct money from an employee's paycheck for loss, theft, damage, or general debts, such as customer walkouts, food droppage, and drink spillage. Beyond paycheck deductions, it's also important employers understand the laws in place when it comes to teen workers. Employers must keep in mind that there are specific federal and state laws that determine when and how long teens can work. Some federal laws only apply to businesses earning more than $500,000 a year. During the school year, these larger businesses cannot allow teens under 16 to work later than 7 p.m., for more than 3 hours on a school day, or for more than 18 hours a week. But when school is not in session, teens under 16 can work up to 8 hours per day and 40 hours per week. If a business is earning less than $500,000 per year and only state laws apply, there are different regulations for teen workers under the age of 16. For example, during the school year, these employers can't allow teens under 16 to work later than 9 p.m., for more than 8 hours in a 24-hour period, or more than 40 hours in a week. If employers are covered by federal and state laws, both laws must be followed. Overall, with limited exceptions, teens must be at least 14 years old to be employed. And employers must keep a teen's proof of age on record. Employers in the restaurant and hospitality industry must ensure teens are not serving or handling liquor. Teens generally also aren't allowed to work in rooms where people are drinking or being served liquor. But there are a few exceptions to this rule. 16-year-olds are allowed to provide musical entertainment or perform duties like busing, dishwashing, or hosting in a restaurant where alcohol is available, as long as the restaurant's serving of alcohol is incidental to the food service. No one under the age of 18 can serve or sell alcohol. Lastly, teen workers under the age of 16 cannot operate meat slicers, deep fryers, or bakery machinery. It's important employers understand all the laws covered in this video and reach out to the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry for more information. Visit our website for more information about labor laws that apply to the restaurant and hospitality industry, or contact us directly.